Well folks, I've got another boring country park to show you here. Ah folks, Cottongrave Country Park.
Nottinghamshire County Council. It's a bit cooler, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just here, I hope it carries on.
Wow.
Oh.
It's sort of calm one,
I think I like them better when they're floating like this. Off, you know, off and on. Different.
Morning everybody.
Morning.
Got another hot one this morning, haven't we?
We
Pat?
have, yeah.
Pat's got a pretty dress on. Because we're going down to the pub today for a meal.
Lunch. A carvery.
For lunch. I want to thank David for watching the video in spite of my negative title that said don't bother watching this because it's boring.
Oh, dear.
And I've made a note of Mark, Aidan and Joanne who have asked questions. As I said yesterday, if you want anything you want to know, just ask us and we'll tell you.
Deal with it the following day if we can.
Yeah. You've already seen that we went for a little walk last night. Well, yeah, it was last night because it had been about 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Waited while it had cooled down and went for a little walk on the country park. There's only a little bit of film because it's very much the same as I filmed on Sunday when we were in Rodley. So I thought, well, I won't make a lot of film about it. But it was nice to just stretch his legs a bit. Now Mark, he asked us about what app I use to find sites. He knows that our budget limit is 20 quid. I don't know how long we'll be able to keep to that. We might have to go over it a bit at some point. Occasionally, but so far we've managed to stay below that. And we do that predominantly by using the mobile app from not Camping and Caravan Club, the Caravan and Motorhome Club app. It's the mobile version of it. And I never ever use the club sites. The club sites are way out of our price range now. So we only ever use the CL sites, certificated locations, just 5 van sites, no facilities, you know, just a tap, an hook up and a Nelson to empty your cassette. And so far we have managed to stay below £20. This one we're on now is £16 a night. How long that'll last I don't know, because a lot of the price increases have still not filtered through to people yet. I suppose if you pay by direct debit, the month that you began your direct debit with that company, it'll be the month that they update your monthly instalment that you pay, you know, towards your gas and electric, whatever it is. And I suppose a lot of people haven't got that shock that's coming down the pipe, if our kids are anything to go by. So far we have managed to do it like that. I do occasionally look on pitchup.com, but they all tend to be too expensive on there. But every now and again I do find a bargain. So I do keep looking every now. Yeah. Funnily enough, if you get on a camping and caravan CL or a caravan and motorhome CL through PitchUp, you don't need to be a member if you're booking it through PitchUp.
Oh,
they don't actually want, they're not bothered. No, you just book it and pay online and turn up.
Right.
So they don't ask you for your card number or all, no. Okay, that's that point. Now, Aidan and Joanne left me a right teaser because they want a specific question. It was Aidan wants to know about the nitty-gritty of full-time vanning, and Joanne wants the pros and cons. Well, I've actually made a list of things, not an exhaustive list by any means, but first of all, I put be content with simplicity. If you want to live in a van full time, be content with simplicity. Life is so sophisticated now. You know, there's all these, Pat loves them, all these house programs about, and everybody wants everything just so. We've all got really soft underbellies now. Everything has to be just so. Well, you need to get out of that mindset to live in a van. Living in a van is a simplistic lifestyle. It's not. I mean, for us, I mean, all right, if you went out and bought, if you had loads of money and you bought a massive RV and you just went to 5-star caravan sites, you could live a luxurious lifestyle. Yeah. But we're talking about van life on a budget.
Yeah.
And
I mean, this site is really nice, but there's no washrooms or showers, so you've got to have your own facilities to stay here, haven't you? Really? Yeah.
There's no entertainment.
No, there's
nothing to.
No. No swimming pool or out like that.
Yeah.
Although down the road there is a site with a swimming pool.
But it's out of our price range.
Yeah. It might not be out
and
of
it'll
yours.
Probably be booked up anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite a big site though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I mean, last time we were there, I think it was £3 to use pool.
Right.
Which I availed myself of.
You did?
And there's a nice walk, as you know, along old railway track, isn't they? And that there.
Yeah.
But we are getting planes that are like aircraft, aren't we, coming across? I mean, they haven't been one for what? An hour?
Don't know.
Would you say? But
carry on.
But they are about. So if you don't want to have that, well, don't come here.
Yeah.
Because they're about.
They don't start early and they finish
quite
3:30.
Yeah, quite reasonable, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we haven't found it a problem, but some people might.
And the next thing I've wrote on the list is don't be a sheep. There's just lots of videos, isn't there, about van life, about living in a van. Probably not so many from our age group. It's there's so many videos about oh, you need to have this and you need to have that. I just think, and they're all about spending money. I mean, people who I've seen just spend a fortune over the period of time I've watched them, upgrading this and upgrading that. I'm going back to this simplicity, to be content with simplicity. You can spend a fortune on your van doing this and doing that to it. And a lot of people do, but I resist. And a lot of advice that you get always entails money. Even with your internet connections and everything that people suggest that seems to involve spending money. Don't be a sheep. Just don't follow everybody what they're all doing. Just if you're content, if you can live a simple life, you don't need to spend lots of money. You've also got to enjoy each other's company. You're in close proximity all the time. I know we can find our own space at either end of this van, but it's still a small space. Pat and I worked together for many years before I retired, and we're used to being with one another all the time, and that's an important thing. If you know, if you've had a job, both of you have had full-time jobs, and you've only ever seen one another for 3 hours on a night and that, hardly do it there, not the weekends, and then you go and retire, sell up and live in a van together all the time. Yeah. If you're not used to that, that's another thing. So make sure you get on well enough together to be able to live in close proximity all the time. Another point is a bolt hole. We knew we'd need a bolt hole. We made a mistake by buying that static caravan for a bolt hole.
We should have just put our big caravan on that site and tried it out, shouldn't we?
We should have put a big tourer on there, on a seasonal pitch first. Like I've said before, that's what we should have done, and tried it out first. But even if it's like Roman and Raymond, who have their daughters drive, or you do find a seasonal pitch on a site where you can go back to, where there's facilities, pub, shops.
We still need to do washing, don't we, as well?
Yeah.
Which we do when we go back to Tracy's. Ironing.
I've known many years ago, before I was on YouTube, I don't know who I was following, but I do remember they used to rent a flat during the winter for a few months. Some people, but even that's getting difficult to do on $440 a month. Finding somewhere to rent.
Yeah. And then you've tried somewhere to put your camper or your caravan, haven't you?
Yeah, you have. So yeah, a bolt hole. And well, I suppose enjoy a small space comes under enjoy each other's company as well. Yeah. And we've all lived in a house and we've all had all these rooms, but actually you don't need to live. We don't need all that. We don't need half of what we think we need to enjoy life. You don't always have to be. We're just educated. We're conditioned to be happy by going out and buying something new. That'll make you happy.
I mean, when we were brought up, you lived in small spaces, didn't you? You just had one room downstairs and
one up and one down.
Two
up or two down.
Two up.
Yeah.
and one down,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
what have you, and you are all together.
yeah. And people didn't go out spending all the time. Now it's all about spend. It's all us being encouraged to go out, buy something, keep the economy going. When you live in a small space, you've got to find a space for everything that you buy, and there ain't any space. So you know, just spend less, and enjoy a small space, simple lifestyle. Yeah, I wrote here. How long have we been going? 15 minutes. Maybe I ought to quit here and leave the rest for another day.
Yeah, because you've
Yeah.
the thing to read,
letter,
haven't you?
a letter to read out. Among all this, we haven't mentioned anything about having fun.
No.
Well, you're the fun.
I'm the fun
You're
one.
the fun person, Pat. I suppose as you get older, you've done everything, and there's less and less things to excite you. You get excited by fewer
You've done
and fewer
everything
things.
if you had the money to do it previously.
Oh, that's a dig. We've never done everything because we never had the money to do it with.
Yeah, that's right. But if you have, you've done it, and I mean, we have fun. We go out to pub for a lunch. That's our bit of fun, and meet people like Graham and Wendy, and sit chatting, eating melon and strawberries, and
Simple things in life.
a little glass of cider, fruity cider. Oh, and Wendy's introduced us to the fruity tea that you can do with cold water. You just put an infusion in. They're really nice. So
the simple things in life.
Have a little bit of a walk.
We're talking about our age group.
Yeah.
I know this ain't going to appeal to young'uns. Young'uns have a completely different remit about what fun is and what life's all about.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll stop that there and we'll read a letter. This is another one from Pat.
Not a long.
And this was written on the 27th of June 1967. Darling Trevor, sorry your chest is not so good. I think you should have gone in hospital if the MO said you could. Medical officer, MO. Anyway, love, take good care of it so it doesn't get any worse. I've had asthma all my life. And in the 60s, the treatment for asthma was rubbish. Nothing that I took ever did any good. It was only when I got out of the army, and it was around about 1971 too, when Tracy was born, that they brought out Beckertide inhaler, which steroid, and that's when I stopped having problems.
Massive attacks.
I stopped having attacks after that. Hope you have not minded getting any letters for the past few days, but I thought I'd better keep on the right side of my mother, as she has not said anything about you for the last few days. I wonder what she used to say. Probably better if I didn't know. And I put in brackets, you must be joking, Pat. I can see myself glaring at the letter. Hey up, the fiends have just walked in the room, but they won't say anything because Mary is in doing some sewing for her sister's children. She is making them beach coats for their holidays. They are going to Italy.
Ooh.
They're
There's a plane.
So that you're referring to them two idiots?
Yeah, them two girls that worked for you.
I'm very pleased you've passed your exam. Oh. I hope you keep on doing well. Sorry your weekend is going to be spoiled by having to do guard.
Oh.
Last night I went mad and washed my anorak.
Ooh.
So now I can go to work in it. Did you know our Pam is in Children's Day at Roundy Park
Oh, right.
this Saturday? Oh wow.
That's going round Maypole or...
Children's big thing then.
Yeah.
Children's Day.
Yeah, we used to train for it for ages, didn't we?
Yeah.
All, all in little groups.
Yeah.
That you did some...
There was a big arena in Roundy Park in Leeds. And I remember they used to do like formation dancing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
it, that's
and
what
stuff.
we did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
I'm going to watch her. Anyway, love, I am going to finish now and do a bit of sewing. See if I can finish the 2 dresses I have to do. So take care of your chest. Give my love to Andy and Paul. Lots of love, Pat.
Yeah. Something there.
I don't even know what the next one is.
No, you haven't put dear anybody. Hope you did manage to see my mum.
Oh, it's from me.
From you.
No date and no pack drill.
We didn't even say dear Pat or...
No on that, is
No,
it?
that's all.
Weird.
Well, you've just put Trevor on bottom.
Oh, have I?
Oh, my love from your
fiancé,
fiance, Trev. Right, I'm going to say I made bad books. What have I done?
Okay, that's the video. I hope you found it interesting.
Yeah.
And there's a few more on that list that I'll read out tomorrow. If you've got any more, bung them on the comments and we'll answer them.
Yeah.
And yeah, today I don't know whether we'll be able to go for a walk. It's going to be hot.
Yeah.
Today, so.
Yeah.
Right.
Get washed up.
Do us chores, upload the video, go to the pub for his lunch, and after that, I don't know.
No, I'm just going to sit back under awning.
Yeah, I think so.
Again.
Yeah, keep in the shade.
Yeah.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
Bye.